Good morning to you. 6:52 our time, starting this Tuesday morning with temperatures at 76 degrees out there. A little muggy once again. Good morning, everyone. Dave Nussbaum out here live on the weather patio. Why? Because it's snowing like crazy out there, and why not send a weatherman who's from up north, who's never seen snow down here in the south, outside? Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dave Nussbaum. Well, I hope you like the hot and humid weather, because guess what? It is back in town. Great weather for crawfish boils today. Was that one earlier? Absolutely. And it's perfect. The reason why we're seeing this tornado warning is, you see this yellow line right here? This is the leading edge of the eye wall. My best advice is to turn around and do not drive through these flooded walls. Playing in the snow, something you would not normally think you could find here in the month of July. Going through on Thursday, and that's going to drastically change the forecast. Well, we'll keep an eye on that. It's going to be interesting, though, when that front comes through and the kind of timing. Those of you 15,000 fans who are traveling over to the Washington area, here's what we're looking at for Seattle for game time at 9:30 our time, 7:30 their time.
And you were saying this is what you promised. It's going to get back down into the 60s.
And we're going to get down in the lower 60s before the morning is said and done. 30.4 north, 92.0 west, moving to the northwest around 16 miles per hour. Winds are at 80 miles per hour, so it's a minimal, almost a minimal Category 1 hurricane.
Tigers are really going to get a taste of fall up in Washington.
That's right. It's going to be cool out there. Lows in the 50s, highs struggling to get to 70, so maybe not too bad of a weekend.
I still think you need to do an on-location forecast.
Hey, I'm down for it. Let's do it.
He's game.
Good afternoon to you. Dave Nussbaum here right now, 12:15 our time, and we are dealing with a little more sunshine out there. How nice is that? We haven't seen that in a couple of days, but we're still going to see those showers and thunderstorms returning to our area, and already some of you are seeing those. We had some early this morning. Those dissipated, but now we're seeing more still circulating around this area of low pressure, not far away from Tyler, Texas, but you see these bands continue to spiral in from the Gulf of Mexico. Not as deep of moisture out there as we had over the weekend. We had almost the all-day rains, but we're still going to be dealing with the rain here nonetheless throughout the day today. Right now, closer look in shows downtown fine. So if you're going to lunch, you should be okay for the lunch hour. But rain down in New Orleans, not far away from the Gramercy area, heading into Gonzales. Looks like a pretty good downpour right on top of you to Galvez, possibly over toward, say, Port Vincent and French Settlement. Up to New Roads, look for some rain not far away from you, heading into St. Francisville, over toward Morganza. You might pick up a couple sprinkles or light downpour with that as it continues to come on in. So not a lot of rain on the radar right now, but as we head into the afternoon hours, we'll see this kind of light up a little more and get more coverage of rain out there. So some of those storms could produce some gusty winds and heavy downpours. So yes, we could have a few strong ones out there. Now again, the culprit of this has been that pesky area of low pressure still sitting over top of the Dallas to Tyler, Texas area. We have an upper level low behind that, but the surface low right in that location. What's happening is everything's wrapping around this. You have counterclockwise flow, which means all this moisture is being drawn up from the Gulf of Mexico. Thing is, there's some dry air being wrapped around and coming on in here, so that's allowed us to get some breaks in the clouds and the sunshine to pop out. While that may seem like a good thing, it's going to help to make the atmosphere a little more unstable, and that's where we're going to get some of our showers and thunderstorms as we head into the afternoon hours for the day today. Plus, little disturbances kind of riding along it, and they too will help to spark off some of those showers and storms. So what's going to happen is not much of a change over the next couple of days. Yes, we'll see some sunshine each day, but we also have to deal with those showers and thunderstorms as that tropical moisture continues to come up from the Gulf of Mexico. But by Wednesday, though, the system is finally going to pull off towards, say, Monroe, Vicksburg, and heading toward Tupelo, Mississippi, and it'll actually drag a front through on Wednesday. Now, we're still going to be dealing with some rain once the front comes through. However, we are going to be dealing with a little drier air coming in, and that is going to help to allow those morning lows to actually become even cooler, back down in the 60s, but the afternoon highs, yes, still in the upper 80s, and it's still going to be a little humid out there, but not as bad as it has been. So that's something we can look forward to as we go into the next couple days. So your weather headlines, recapping, more showers and thunderstorms expected for this afternoon. Heavy rain is possible once again, maybe some gusty winds with a couple of those storms as they could be strong and even possibly severe. So we'll have to watch out for that, although the coverage is not expected to be that big of a deal. Now, by the weekend, rather, sunny and dry weather is expected to come back into play here, and we'll have some nice weather, especially dry weather for those football games. Right now, 87 degrees, partly cloudy at the Metro Airport. Dew point still high at 73, making the humidity at 63% with a south wind around 7 miles per hour. And around the state, 84 in New Orleans, 86 in Lake Charles, as well as in Alexandria in the lower 80s across the northern half of the state. Feel like temperatures? Yeah, it feels pretty hot out there. It's right. 94 degrees outside, 91 in New Orleans, and 93 Lake Charles back in toward the Alexandria area. Now highs this afternoon should get up to 88 degrees in town, 87 for the New Orleans area, back into Lake Charles as well, in Alexandria around 85 degrees. For those of you in southern Mississippi, look for the upper 80s as well, 90 possibly for some of you. Woodville to Macomb around 89 degrees, Clinton to Greensburg around 87, St. Francisville coming in around 88 degrees for today. Down toward the 10-12 corridor, Hammond around 89, but Livingston, Denham Springs, Walker, you'll be around 88 degrees. Baton Rouge Central, Zachary 88 as well. Plaquemine, Gonzales look for highs around 89 degrees. And down toward the coast, we'll be dealing with some temperatures still about the same in the upper 80s. Morgan City to Houma and Napoleonville all around 87 degrees. But yes, all areas need to watch out for some of those scattered showers and those thunderstorms. A look at the tropics. So the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean still fairly quiet. Nothing much happening there, nor anything happening here in the western Atlantic. Just an old cold front moving on through. Not going to be doing anything. What happened to Fred? Well, guess what? It's right here. This little tiny cluster of clouds, that's about it. It has fizzled out. It's run into some drier air and a lot of wind shear, and that's more or less zapped Fred, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. So your forecast this afternoon looks like this. Partly sunny with those showers and storms. High temperature of 88 degrees. Now for tonight, mostly cloudy, but look for those scattered showers from time to time down to 73. And your extended forecast still calls for a pretty good dose of rain on Tuesday, JP. 60% there with a high of 85, 86 on Wednesday, 87 Thursday. And then for the weekend, finally drying things out, getting close to that 90-degree mark. But notice those low temperatures dipping back down into the 60s. And if we can get a little more drier air in here than I'm forecasting, those lows may be even a little lower. So we may have to dodge some rain in the afternoon, but at least the mornings will be nice and refreshing.
How low can they go with that drier air?
Well, actually, this time of year, normal low is 68, so it's normal to get lows in the 60s here, but I could get a little cooler would be very welcome.
Boy, we got some rain over the weekend. I tell you what, at my house, I think it rained every day.
It did, and it wasn't continuous all day, and did make for some soggy tailgating at the game on Saturday, and the game itself was a little wet, but we can continue to see just lower rain chances as the week goes on.
All right, Dave, thank you very much.
Notice center of circulation is right here, and that's only about roughly 200 miles offshore. Well, we are dealing with some better and more improving weather here across the Baton Rouge area finally at this time. Of course, things are not pretty outside by any means. A lot of damage, significant damage across the capital city area at this point, especially in the immediate downtown area. That's when the bulk of the trees and power lines are down. Of course, most areas are without power, but if you're joining us and watching us, if you have one of those generators, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate that. I know you have a lot of questions, a lot of weather questions you want answered. I'm going to try to go through that here over the next couple of minutes. I say rough because it's still going to be breezy, winds around 40-mile-per-hour gusts, and still some of the heavy rain continuing to spiral in. But here are some of those bands. Look, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 other bands still tied in with this system as it continues to all spiral around and move off to the north. So a very well-defined circulation with this. And because of that, the Storm Prediction Center has issued a tornado watch until midnight tonight. When you quadrant this storm off here and you northeasterly quadrant, that is typically where you find the tornadoes, and we're still in that area, at least for now. Now, that's going to be changing those who go throughout the night. Things will gradually improve. So, busy morning in the weather office, as you can imagine, with snow falling across the area. While radar only shows snow here in parts of east and west Baton Rouge and southern part of East Feliciana Parish, trust me, it's all the way out toward Hammond, across St. Helena Parish, out toward Macomb and into the Woodville area at this hour. We still have quite a bit falling out there. At snowfall totals, can't believe I actually have to say that here in South Louisiana, but we are talking about that. Here in the metro area, around 1 inch of snow. Most of that's already starting to accumulate already. It's real slushy and a real heavy snowman or snowball snow. Look at the snow falling here at I-10 at Blue Bonnet. Heavy snow falling in this location right now. You can't see here, traffic still looking okay, but folks, please use caution when traveling around. Many of you have probably never driven in snow before.